I had my way, everything would be so nice. This world would be like Paris. No, it would be a paradise. No one would ever have to say, I'm gonna get my wish someday. All one would have to do is say, this is my order, if you may.
Welcome to another episode of The School Without Walls. I'm Antonio Hobbs, founder and host of this educational program. This program is designed primarily to elevate the African American community with emphasis on the young males. We have a young man here, Mr. Johnny Williams is my guest, and I consider him as an ideal role model for you young African American males. You are African American, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I assume I was right. Okay, now I was told that you are into entrepreneurship, right?
Yes. Yes.
What is that, in your opinion? What is entrepreneurship?
To me, entrepreneurship is basically when you have a specific skill that you use to make money the legal way.
Yeah, make money the legal way that is owned by you, right?
Yes, correct.
And working for somebody else. You're working primarily for yourself, right?
Correct.
That's good, that's good. Now, what I want you to do, we'll get back to that, but are you single or married?
I'm single.
You're single, okay, so you're an eligible bachelor here, and you're a freshman here at the university?
Yes, sir.
Want to tell us about your parents? Were you raised by parents or grandparents?
I was raised by both.
By both?
Mainly my parents, but I stayed with my grandparents my senior year in high school here in Pine Bluff, and now I stay on campus.
Okay, you might give their names if you like to your parents, your grandparents.
My grandparents are Dorothy Epps and Robert Epps, and they just moved here a few years ago from Chicago, Illinois.
From Chicago?
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Epps is the last name?
Yes.
Okay, you want to mention your mom, dad?
Yeah, my mom, her name is Erica Thomas, and my dad, same name as Johnny Williams Jr. I'm the third.
Okay.
Both from Chicago, Illinois.
So your grandparents came from Chicago back here. Did they retire?
Yeah, they're retired.
Okay. Any type of business that they're in here in the city?
No.
They just retired?
Just retired.
Taking it easy? Okay,
taking it easy.
So we're sort of proud to have you here at the university. Did any of your relatives attend the A&M or the university?
No, I'm first generation.
First generation?
Yes, sir.
To attend a college or university? Okay, all right. Well, you're really going to be a part of the history of your family.
Yes.
And what do you intend to major in, or have you made that decision?
I intend to major in print journalism, and that's what I'm taking right now.
Print journalism.
Correct.
Could you expound upon that for those who don't know what print journalism is?
That's like newspaper, magazines, things of that nature. Print.
Print. Things that okay. Now, have you done any investigation in the longevity of that? See, it seems like printing is declining.
Yes, it is.
The media is
broadcast.
Broadcast is increasing. What happened? You would go into the field that's declining.
I would have to.
Now, what happened? You thought of decided to do that rather than the one that is increasing.
It's a good question. I haven't thought about that.
Had you thought much about it?
No.
You might want to think about it, right?
Yes.
Because the bottom line is making a living, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Now, we have 3 more minutes in this session. What are some of the courses you're taking here at the university?
Some of the courses that I'm taking are personal health and safety, biological science. I'm taking a mathematics course. I'm trying to think about what else I'm taking.
Have you done pretty well in your classes thus far? As
yeah.
a freshman, you've passed all of the courses?
Yeah, I'm passing.
Well, that's good, because sometimes the adjustment and so forth is a problem in college. Not with all, but sometimes you into a new environment, and you live on campus at home.
I stay on campus.
Okay, stay on campus, get involved in the activities. Are you involved in any of the social activities here?
No, I with the TV station, that's just about it. I started too late in the year to get involved with some of the other things that I wanted, so I look to get into that next semester.
I see. I interviewed some young people here, and they are. You familiar with the organization called the NAACP?
Yes.
They have a youth chapter here on campus. Did you know that?
I did not.
That would be good to join, I would think. I think it has done so much to help us as a people. So you might want to consider that. We have 2 more minutes here, and we are nearing the end. We're closer to the end of the semester than the beginning.
Right.
Do you feel pretty good about your work?
Yes, sir. Just make sure that I study and do my homework.
That's the key thing.
Yeah.
Yes, some of the students want to, the old folks used to say, you want the garden without working it. It doesn't work.
Right.
You got to clear the weeds out of your garden if you want good produce.
To grow.
And if you want to grow in your work, you've got to study.
Right.
We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Clear.
Okay.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home walk restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
French fries. Finding best potatoes.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon bowl.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
Those of you who have just joined us, I'm Antonio Hobbs, host of this educational program called The School Without Walls. My guest is Mr. Johnny Williams, a student here, a freshman, as well as a man of many gifts and talents. We were talking on the other side of the break about your social involvement, but during the break I found that you're doing many other things. So tell us about your work with cameras and the football games and all those kinds of things you're involved in.
Gotcha. So I help a lot with the TV station, and I'm a camera operator at the football games.
What do you do with the TV station? What are some of the things you do?
I direct some of the shows, and mainly just work the cameras for the TV station.
Now, how long have you been working with the TV station?
About a month.
About a month?
A month or two.
What caused you to come to the TV station? Were you seeking, or somebody invited you, recruited you?
It was a little bit of both. I've been during my senior year of high school and over the summer, I was hired by the Pine Bluff School District, and I found out that one of the parents of the students worked here at the station, and got in touch with her, and that's how I got into the station.
You were hired by the Pine Bluff School District?
Correct.
To do what?
Take photographs and video.
That was a part of your business, is that right?
Correct. That was during the school year, and over the summer, I was hired to develop a website for a program.
Now, am I correct in assuming you did 1 year in high school here? I was thinking you came directly from Chicago to college, but you attended here in Pine Bluff.
1 year.
1 year. Okay. Now, what about that crow nest in the football games? What is a crow nest?
The crow's nest is basically, it's a crow's nest.
It's a crow's nest.
It's up at the very top of the stadium, and that's where we do the video for the game for the TV station.
Uh-huh.
When I first heard about it, some of the upperclassmen were telling me, and they're like, it's really high. I'm like, oh man, because I'm scared of heights. But once I got there and I actually saw it for myself, it was fine.
It was okay?
Yeah, it was fine.
Do you go to that crow nest by way of elevator stairs?
Elevator.
Oh, elevator.
Yeah,
So
okay, no. You take the elevator to the top floor, and then you have to take a really steep set of stairs to get up to the crow's
Okay,
nest.
so everything is on the inside.
Correct.
You had to go on the outside and go up a ladder. That might be a little bit more frightening, right?
Yes.
I see. Okay. Now, are you the cameraman that's in the crow nest? Do you have any other personnel in there other than the cameramen, the announcers? Are they up there too?
No, they're not in the crow's nest. They're there's a room for
Underneath that?
Yeah.
That's where they are.
Correct.
But you're in a smaller room, I assume?
Yes.
The crow's nest is a smaller room.
Yeah. There's like 3 of them, and because there's 5 camera operators, and so I'm in one of the 3.
Okay, I'm see. There's 3 compartments, like
Correct.
little small compartment that you got your camera. And explain why you said there are 5 of them.
5.
5 cameras.
Yeah.
Now, are they different type cameras, or are you all doing the same, repeating the same thing?
No. What it is each person has a different angle of the game, and so that's why there are 5 operators. I believe there are 3 in the crow's nest, another static camera of the scoreboard, and 1 camera operator on the field.
I see. Now, once you complete your the game, do you work with the development of the film, or are you through with it?
No. I believe that it's recorded live. So as the game is being played, they're mixing it and showing it on TV.
Okay, those 5 cameras are automatically placed, doing that job to get it on TV, right?
Right.
And when the game is over, you finish. It's already complete.
Correct.
Okay, I'm thinking I'm understanding this.
I think that's right.
Do you have a film or a DVD, or what do you call that?
Well, what it is there's a line run out from the camera into the room where the TV station management crew is, and they do all the mixing and editing real time.
I got you. Now, is all this free volunteer work, or are you paid?
No, the university pays us for every game.
How about that? That's business there, huh?
Yeah.
Now, is this part of a work study, or you just paid for that like a regular little job?
Just paid like a job.
Has nothing to do with a work study, anything.
No.
How did you learn about that?
About working the cameras?
I mean, working with the university. How did you learn about the opportunity?
Well, when I came to get with the TV station, they just told me that's what.
Told you about it, and you were prepared and ready for it.
Yes.
Now, this preparation, I believe you told me during break, started in high school. Is that right?
Correct.
In Chicago. Okay. So, what course was that called?
I didn't take any courses in the actual high school. I took a lot of courses that were outside of the high school, and a lot of online workshops for photography and business, branding, etc.
That's excellent. And that led into your business, right?
Correct.
And now, what is the name of your business?
The Right Shot Film and Photography.
The Right Shop?
Shot.
Right Shot. Film and Photography. We'll stop on that note, and we'll be right back to close out talking about the Right Shot and photography.
Film and photography.
Film and photography, okay.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Please have a seat. I'll be honest. Your resume is not what I'm used to.
I know.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need a hard worker.
Good. I've got 2 part-time jobs and I help my parents pay the bills.
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find, cultivate, and train a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
To get in the way before it happens.
To get a friend home safe.
And to not blame the victim.
It's on us.
To look out for each other.
To
not look the other way.
It's on us to stand up.
To step in.
To take responsibility.
It's on us, all of us,
to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Those of you who have just joined us, I'm Antonio Hobbs, host of this program called The School Without Walls. I have a student here, Mr. Johnny Williams, who's an entrepreneur, and he's part-time employee with the football university's football
TV station.
TV station. Mm-hmm. All right, talk to us about what got you into entrepreneurship, and then tell us what you're actually doing now, and so forth and so on.
I'm not too sure what really got me into photography.
So you're not sure?
I'm not too sure. I think, like, just one day I just knew I wanted to be a photographer, and so I started taking courses and, you know, signing up for workshops.
Did you start taking pictures before you started taking courses? Did you have a camera?
No.
You did not have a camera?
Did not have a camera.
That's amazing. You just one day decided that you would go into that. You went to workshops and classes.
Correct. And I did that for 2 months before I got my camera. And I got my camera for Christmas. It was a Christmas gift. And then the next year in January, I found out that an uncle of mine was a professional photographer.
You did not know that prior to that?
I did not know.
Okay.
So I got in touch with him, and he mentored me a lot, and gave me little gigs that I can do and stuff like that. And that improved my experience with photography.
That mentoring is very important, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, in various ways. Now, okay, so when did you get to the point by which you thought you would go into business?
I figured that I would start my own business around April, May-ish. And me and a good friend of mine, we linked up and we started putting things together. And ever since then, we've just been growing and growing.
Did that start in Chicago or here?
Yes, it started in Chicago.
Started in Chicago. Now, where's your friend? Is he here in Chicago?
No, he's in Chicago. He's actually in Danville, Illinois, which is 2 or 3 hours south of Chicago. And he does photography there, and I do photography here.
And you brought your part of the business here.
Correct.
Now, tell us the type of photography that you do. There are still pictures, right? And there are moving pictures. What do you do?
We do still pictures. We focus mainly with portraits and senior portraits, things, you know, family portraits, stuff like that. That's our focus. But we also do graphic design and video production and things of that nature.
Now, what is graphic design?
Graphic design is like stuff like this here, logos.
You can do that?
Yes.
You get a general idea of what the person wants, and then you try to please them with that? Okay.
And we keep refining the project until they're satisfied.
Do you have a studio someplace?
Yes. Well, yeah, my garage is a studio.
Is the studio.
Most of the stuff I do is on location, or it's like an event. So I don't really work too much.
Like weddings or what other events?
We do weddings, concerts, just live events like family reunions, stuff like that.
I see. Now, if you do a concert, you have to have a good sound effect, right? Because you're getting the music as well as the video part, right?
Right. For concerts, to me anyways, the main part is audio. So we take a lot of effort, put a lot of effort into making sure that we have some really good audio for live events and concerts.
Then you make a DVD of that concert? A
No,
CD or what?
actually, we don't do DVDs or discs for our clients. What we do is we have an online gallery where we upload it to the gallery and they can view it on their phone or computer 24/7.
Oh, I see.
And then if they want it, they can download it from the gallery.
Very interesting. I was thinking you did DVDs. Now, is that more advanced than the traditional DVD?
No, I don't think so.
You film it and then you pass it on to that camera, right?
No, it's on the internet. So like if you took your smartphone, you just go to the link that we text you, put in the password, and you can view the video.
And then you can move it from there to your phone, can you?
Yeah, you can download it to your phone.
Download is the term.
You can download it to your computer and then put it on the disc from there.
Okay. Very interesting. There's a lot that I have to learn. You know, I came along when this did not exist, but you came right into the mix of all of this, right? So from a little child, you perhaps could do the computer, right?
Yes.
And when I first started doing the computer, I was 50-some years old.
Really?
And I haven't gotten used to it to this day. Matter of fact, sometimes I can't turn the things on. Okay, we have about a minute, don't we, Randy? About 1 minute. You have the last word. What would you say to young people about staying out of trouble? I imagine you stayed out of trouble most of your life, right?
Correct.
You have quite a bit of experience in staying out of trouble?
Yes.
So tell them how they can do it.
Just find something that you like to do and do it.
Something that is positive?
Yeah, something that's positive. Just stay busy. That's the easiest way.
I think that's an excellent idea because I was told that idle mind is the devil's workshop. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, all the time.
And if you're busy doing something, you're not in an idle mind. And I found out that you cannot beat the advice you get from the Bible. You just can hardly beat that.
No.
Train a child the way it should go, and when it's old, will not depart. Those are the kinds of things that we hope that you would be a mentor of some younger person.
Correct.
We have peer mentors too. Okay, we're going to stop on that. Glad to have you, Mr. Williams.
Thanks.
And hopefully 10 years from now, you'll be close to being a millionaire.
I hope so.
Nothing wrong with that, is it?
No, there's nothing
the
wrong
more
with
you
that.
have, the more you give back.
True.